Evening all, back again with another ITSL game, this time against Mighty Yoro. Thank you to the ITSL Hunter for organising, as always. You'll see I'm rattling through games before the holiday season. We are USA, and we've got a pretty decent opening hand. Something to blockade away, or hold or use you an intervention AR6. 4-up card, couple of 3-up cards. Got defectors for the opening headline. Can't complain. All that stuff sounds good, right? I've seen a lot worse and a lot more recently. So we're in the kind of midst of a run of games. I am playing again on Saturday against Mani88. Time to be confirmed. I have a game on Wednesday next week against Bidart. And I have another game the Sunday after against Strix85, who I played in Rutzel, but I've also been paired against in Itzel. So that's fun. So we're going to open 442 defectors into the opening headline. So I'll get all that set up and sorted out, and away we can go. Four, 442 and opening headline defectors. I had lots of time to think about it, so let's hope he doesn't think it's a timing tell and runs Middle East scoring into it. The only reason he'd headline so fast is if it's defectors. We'll see. We'll see how good Twilight Struggle players are with timing tells, I suppose. A lot of them are poker players. We have bored the pants off the non-poker players at conferences before. Europe scoring. Okay, much for muchness. Honours even. So we're going to see an Iran coup, which we counter coup, and then we'll need to start getting some ops in. Can space Arab-Israeli war. Blah, 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 blah. Couple of fun games on Monday. Thank you, Fancy Pants, for us finally playing together. And the great game against Dinah Pliskin. Chat rightly pointed out I probably mangled the turn 9 headline, but lessons learned, which is the valid thing. So I try not to make the same mistake twice, but I'd really welcome people picking me up on ones I'm repeatedly making. But if it's a brand new mistake, you can say nothing. So duck and cover influence, intriguing. So we will use 3 ops, and we will take Egypt and move to Malaysia. And we'll see whether or not he drops Middle East scoring in response to that, or if he starts a coup war. Because if he does start a coup war, we get the last coup. So I've got no complaints there. And if he doesn't coup Egypt here, we can play into Libya. If he plays into Afghanistan, I guess we have to play into Pakistan to avoid getting +1 realigned out of Iran. But we've got a bit of time with Europe. So let's see what comes. But we will definitely hold UN intervention D style to AR6. I may not even space Arab-Israeli war if things shake out that we get Lebanon and are pretty assured of protecting ourselves. But if we don't, we won't. Okay, so now we can go to Libya. Let's see what they do now. They've run out of battlegrounds in the Middle East, so they've got a coup. Or move on Israel, I suppose, but that doesn't seem the boldest play when we're holding Arab-Israeli war. Kind of expecting to see a plane to Afghanistan, but we'll see. Having a good old think about it. Well, with Fidel gone for ops from their hand, they'll probably be looking to pitch CIA quickly at some point. Mm-hmm. Just decided to cut their losses. In which case, we'll keep DEFCON high and we will attempt Space Arab Israeli War. And we fail, which is tragic because now they get a free attempt at spacing. Yep, it's tragic, but that is the way. Oh, they missed, which is nice. Right, so we're going to use Comicom. We're going to put 2 into Afghanistan to cover Iran. And we will put 1 in Panama as well. And we're now going to see them coup somewhere, I imagine. But with the Middle East scored, it's getting a bit weird for them. Like, we could end the turn taking Pakistan and Thailand for Asia domination, but they can headline decol because Defectors has gone. So it's not the master stroke we'd hope it would be. Let's just wait and see. AR5, I'm inclined just to play UN intervention for the clean op. Because if they then blockade us, we pitch D-Star and use nuclear test ban AR6 anyway. He's going for it. Why are you going to coup with the China card? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's nifty. How intriguing. I'm not going to lie. That's the sort of play I expect of the Playdeck AI. So so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do now. I'm inclined to say what I was going to do and like use UN intervention. It's what I do with it now. Like, I guess Indonesia, because then if they don't coup Indonesia, I can realign them out of Malaysia. But if they play into Thailand, we get a coup to finish. Like, that was strange. Where else is an op gonna go? One, two. The problem with Indonesia is they clean coup it and then they're dominating in Asia, which is super weird. So, yeah, I guess the Philippines for an extra battleground? Ah, so weird. So weird. Love a left field play. Alright, so if they blockade us, we pitch D-Style. If they don't blockade us, we use nuclear test ban, ideally with a coup to get our mill ops. Okay. I mean, I'd love you to go into Thailand, but you don't. Okay. I mean, wow. Very weird. So, what do we got to lose? I mean, do I coup? I mean, yeah, again, credit to them. There's no clean coup target. I mean, Kung Malaysia just seems dumb as hell. But they've pitched socialist governments, so Italy's safe. So do we keep DEFCON at 5? So they queue down to 4, we queue down to 3. So weird. Weird, 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 weird. Right, so if we queue North Korea, most of the time we're getting nothing, but let's have a look. A third of the time we get nothing. That's all right. Let's queue here. Wow, that's not too bad. Well, that was a surreal opening turn. And we got blockade. CIA, we've got NATO. So we've got a couple of one-op cards here, which is a bit unpleasant. But we got into Pakistani war, which is nice. Not many decent headlines. Oof. I mean, CIA's the best, but we kind of want to put that back in the reshuffle. EEU does absolutely nothing, especially as we're holding D-Style. But we've got the China card. Yeah, I mean, I want CIA to go back into the discard pile. So we'll go into Pakistani war for Milops and VP. Suez does not do a great deal of damage to us while we're in Egypt. Like, it's 3 ops for 3 ops. But we've definitely got an opportunity to take North Korea. And we've got some VP. All right. Well, that's all a little bit kooky. Special relationship's very playable. I think we just clean event to goal and hope to get ahead of Truman Doctrine and or an ops war that we lead on. Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected special relationship after Suez, and they're keeping DEFCON up. So I guess we tap Malaysia to get access to Thailand. And play back into Israel because Arab-Israeli war's gone. And now if they play into Thailand, we coup it, and if they don't play into Thailand, we jam it and counter coup to get DEFCON down. And then we can go to Gaul, we can blockade D-Style. As I want to hold the China card. As annoying as blockading D-Style is, I think I can live with it. Four op cards left in the deck. Marshall, US, Japan, and Purge. Really kooky start. DEFCON has been high for very long, and I have to admit, I play like complete hot garbage when DEFCON stays high this long. Can't handle world peace. I need stuff to be on the brink of nuclear collapse to play a decent game. So, but that's on me. Some people are just peaceniks. I mean, he's probably thinking about filling Thailand. But if he keeps DEFCON, if he takes South Korea, I mean, I suppose, yeah, 3 ops to take South Korea and Thailand is a power move. Although he's still not dominate. Oh no, he's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. He would be dominating. It's a gamble. But that makes Thailand really cooable, especially as I'm holding the China card as well. Very weird. Man, South Korea's on a knife edge with Korean War still in the deck. Oh boy. They're taking their time with the clock. I mean, it's a 1 hour game. I mean, I don't have the mod, so it's listed as 90 minutes, but we only get 60 of it. And they've taken 12 minutes getting to AR2 of turn 2. Well, with decal, that's a major problem. Okay, nicely done, nicely done. Doesn't go to Algeria either, which is very odd. So we will take Thailand. And with our other op, since I can't find anywhere better to put it, I'm just going to massively overprotect Thailand. Okay, so if I'd have done the decol, I would have gone Burma for sure, but probably would have gone Algeria. Even at DEFCON 4, you want to threaten France. The problem we have now is that we've got effectively 3 1-op plays and De Gaulle, which we have to play into France. So may have to give up the China card. Upshot of giving up the China card is I don't have to blockade away D-Style this turn. So, as annoying as it is giving up the China card, there's an advantage to it. Well, I am in a state of not being able to predict what comes next. So, here we go. Portugal, Burma for domination, and Europe to threaten France. That's pretty neatly done. All right, so if we event de Gaulle first and go to France, 1 Lao Cambodia, they then need a 4-op card to take France. And if they take US Japan, we solve Asia. If they use Marshall Plan, we're not going to get dominated anyway. And there's still Truman Doctrine to come. So let's do that. I'm not sure that's best, but I am quite low on ops for the rest of the turn. Very kooky. But if he jams Marshall Plan into France, we just go Greece, Turkey, Portugal, UK, Canada, Germany, Italy, overprotect a bunch of stuff, and they're never going to dominate Europe in that situation. So Marshall Plan giving up France, see, US Japan giving up France is a bit more irritating. But it does solve the Asia problem. The question now is, can we dominate? And the answer is no, since they're so close to India. Such a weird start to the game. Now, of course, remaining application is difficultly playable. This is just completely bonkers. Okay, so we're going to use CIA to take... Where? Who knows? We could take Vietnam, but Vietnam revolts is going to flip anyway. Let's just take Indonesia. If they start cooing non-battlegrounds in Asia, we'll worry about it in a sec. I mean, they're up to AR5. They've got to do something in a sec. I mean, I'd hate to see Truman drop this turn. Because there's still a chance for us to jam France and get Truman in the headline. Very weird. Yep. Oh, now he's got Marshall Plan. But doesn't take Greece and Turkey. Very odd. Okay, AR5. I think we're going to play Romanian abdication, take Turkey. Yeah, that's fine for now. So, if they don't play Truman Doctrine right now, we definitely jam France end of turn with the China card. Whole blockade D style. Hope we get sent Marshall Plan Purge. Utterly bizarre. So very weird. Goes for a coup. Wants to keep DEFCON at 5. Sure. Very weird. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we take Pakistan, but leave Europe unprotected and DEFCON at 5 so they could realign West Germany. I think we use the China card to jam France and hope we get Truman Doctrine in the headline. We get VP for this. DEFCON goes to 5. They're realigning West Germany at +1. France are even. Sure. I don't know what I'm doing here. We did not get Purge or Truman Doctrine. That's tragic. And they got Vietnam revolts, which isn't great, but isn't terrible at this point. Weird. We got Korean War. NASA dropped for ops. We've got the Cambridge 5 but no scoring cards. They've got captured Nazi. So they captured Nazi or purge in the headline. D-Star blockade. It's containment. We don't have containment. They've got containment. So weird. So very weird. We got NASA back and we got duck and cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Korean War. Man. Duck and cover to prevent the realign on West Germany? Although that gives us precious few ops. Independent Reds for Truman Doctrine later in the turn. Excuse me. Can't blockade because if we get purged, we're stuffed on that. So blockade may be a hold card. So I guess we're going independent Reds. Very boring headline. But we want to preserve our ops. Just the weirdest early war I've ever had. Okay. So they may try and coup Lao to get a realign set up on Thailand. Which we can counter coup. Although they get +1. We don't get -1. It's not like lads. Going for the big Thailand coup. It's big, but it's not big enough. That said, we're just going to use 2 ops and make them do it again. Although they do have purge. My head has been blown by this. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. My opponent is playing 4D chess, and I am a checkers guy. I mean, like, worst case scenario here this turn, let's say we get domination in Asia. I still get Millops. They haven't had decol or D-style. I'm, like, guess I'm happy with my position. But I'm confused by my position, certainly. I'm not sure what's stopping him just cooing Red Scare Purge. Okay. Take France? Yeah. Now the question is, do we have enough battlegrounds? We do not to deal with both. Okay, we'll do that, and if they got dealt Europe scoring, they've done well. But if they don't have Europe scoring, UK and Canada puts us ahead. And if they drop Europe scoring, we have time to coup and lower DEFCON in Asia to stop them dominating Asia. So weird. Very, very weird. So they've got Asia, Truman, Nazi, and containment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go Cambridge 5, 1 Philippines, 1 UK. What we're looking to do here is kind of rope-a-dope him into not playing Asia scoring quickly enough and us tapping it in the last headline to get domination with Korean War. We are regrettably going to have to event NASA. And they have eaten up 23 minutes of their clock, getting towards the end of early war. Good time investment, as long as you don't lose it on the back end. They've got Asia, Truman, Containment, and 2 other cards. Arab-Israeli War, where's this going? Now, doesn't dominate, does set up unpleasant realigns on Thailand. So now is the time for us to coup, and we'll coup Egypt. Oh, that's a good result for us. So now they'll want to coup Egypt. Okay, great. So they've got Truman Doctrine, Containment, and 1 other card. We'll blockade OAD style, and we will cover Egypt. But we want to get DEFCON up. Down. I want to get DEFCON down. So I expect to see Truman Doctrine here, and they'll just give up Romania. But we need to get DEFCON down so that Thailand's not realignable. Absolutely bonkers. And we've been given the China card twice by turn 3. Head spinning. So cover France, redominate Europe. Okay, I mean, that's not a bad play. We will have to accept that fact for now and coup Iraq. Sure. Drum roll for VP. It fails. So we go into mid-war at +4, which is like 9 VP ahead of where I normally expect to be. Just super weird. South Asia scoring worth -2. Africa's currently worth 0, and we've got decal and South African unrest. I mean, we could bear trap. They were holding Truman Doctrine and one other card at the end of the turn, weren't they? Did I get the last card? That's turn 1. Turn 2. What's going on? Turn 3. Turn 3 is the one I'm interested in. Yeah, I use Korean War, they use Containment. Alright, so weird. They're holding Truman Doctrine and one other card because they use the China card. I mean, ABM Treaty on Thailand's a nightmare for Southeast Asia scoring. It's also a nightmare with Africa scoring because of taking Algeria and Tunisia for presence domination. So I guess in the absence of either of the scoring cards, it has to be Bear Trap by default. So let's go with that. Very weird. This is a disgusting red hand when I start putting it into my hand tracker. If he misses the bear trap, I'm kind of keen to push for presenceless domination in Africa. 2 Algeria, 2 Algeria, 1 Sudan with We Will Bury You. The other 1 going into Canada. Oh, man. Saw it. Big Corn Thailand. This could be rough for us. Okay. Very weird. Gets out with puppet governments. Alright, we are going to have to use... We're going to have to use We Will Bury You to coup somewhere to protect Thailand? Or do we do that and make them coup Africa? And if they drop Europe scoring, we drop Africa scoring. Or weird. Or that. Giving up 3 VP. They're not getting dominated in Europe. But we'll be giving up Milops. We've been giving Milops up anyway. Weird. I am absolutely flummoxed. Sure, let's drop DEFCON. Let's stop thinking and start doing. Absolutely bonkers. Oh, man. So I guess we are spacing Quagmire? Eventing Fidel, somehow fixing South African unrest? Assuming they didn't do anything weird in Europe. Okay. So I guess at this point, Africa's currently 1 VP. We've got flower power if they jam Thailand. So let's drop Africa scoring for -1, which of course is 3 VP with wheel barrier. Just so weird. Southeast Asia scoring for -2. I mean, South African unrest, we could invite them to play into Angola and then coup with it if they haven't dropped DEFCON by then. Well, I'm glad they took the China card back because I wasn't using it. Yeah, okay. So we will jam Romania to give them something to worry about with Truman Doctrine in hand. And if they give us the China card, I guess we let them dominate Europe? Okay, they used OPEC. I am losing the ops race in Europe. That is now understood. So let's event South African unrest. And if they play into Angola, we will absolutely coup it. We will at least take Milops from this turn. All right. Oh, nice. That's a pretty big coup, all things told. If they drop Europe scoring, we take Angola. Yeah, well done. Nicely played. So they take Angola. We will drop Southeast Asia scoring and hope they don't have Europe scoring. And if they do, well done them. So AL6 Fidel, AL7 Space Decol. That Africa thing wasn't pleasant, but I was hard up on ops, and I wasn't going to self-quag. Never in life. That's great for us, but Sadat had already been and gone. NASA, sorry. Truman, OPEC. OPEC? Yeah, got OPEC in the discard. Fine. We're actually going to space Quagmire, because if they missile envy us, we give them Fidel. If they missile envy us while we hold the 3-op card, we then get quagged. And have to play missile envy into it, which is rubbish. So I think I'm happier chucking Quagmire there. Alright, well, that's great for us. Okay, so Fidel, because they're holding the China card, we will overprotect Pakistan and overprotect Panama against liberation theology. Not ideal, but again, it's what it is. Hunter's probably best for us here because we can get into South America. So let's do that. And we'll play 2 into Chile, to avoid the brush war risk. Man, Europe is rough. Oh! I mean, they are very unlikely to commit DEFCON suicide here. But anything's better than nothing. It's a tie. Oof. I was excited. Were you excited? I was excited. Look at that. 2 words. Event : Summit. I think it hasn't happened since I played the Whopper Brothers. I'm sure they headlined Summit and it tied and the game went on. So we will go 1 Chile, 2 Argentina. Begin setting up some trouble there. Camp David's worth a VP. Nixon might be worth stealing the China card because Yasura is still in the deck. CIA is back in the deck, so we're not eventing nuclear subs. Africa's been scored and we don't need to clean up dodge. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Asia, we can't dominate with shuttle diplomacy. And Asia's scored. Middle East, I mean, yeah. Middle East, if we take Israel and Jordan, we're ahead anyway until Muslim Revolution comes along. So, eventually shuttle diplomacy there's not super profitable. But our unplayable cards are SocGov and Decol. Much better hand than last turn. So, if they take Libya, we will take Israel. That makes sense. Unfortunately, lost access, but that's fine. So they'll move to Libya. Arab-Israel war is in the discard pile, so there's still time to event Camp David. But Libya's definitely the move now. UNI is giving them ops on. Ask not. Very neat. Okay. So we will take Israel and Chile. So we have presenceless Dom in presence in South America. Cannot speak. We need mill ops, so we might start a wee coup war in Nicaragua. Because we currently presence, or maybe we take Mexico first. Kitchen Debates does not jab. Right, we're going to hold nuclear. I don't think I'm going to nuclear subs, but we'll keep working on it. Kitchen Debates is gone. Well, it's in the discard pile. Not did that. 3, 6, 9, 12, 24? Yeah. 21, 3, 6, 10. Ah, good. I'm tracking cards for now. So event Camp David, event Nixon, coup Nicaragua's nuclear subs, space decol. That's good for us because they have to repair it, which they do. Okay, so we've got the upper hand in Mexico, so we will now coup Nicaragua. Rubbish. Oh, I really like eventing Nixon because 5-year plan and grain sales are still in the deck. Fear way to space makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so let's event Nixon now before he's tempted to play it. If he gets another space off, then well done him. But now we're in a position where if he gets dealt CIA and we get grain sales or 5-year plan, we might be able to cause some shenanigans. I mean, Salt and How I Learned are still in the deck, so can't get overexcited. Okay, that's fine, I think. We'll space decol. They now can't space twice. An AR7. With Arab-Israeli war gone, maybe Camp David isn't worth the VP and we coup Guatemala for domination. Or tap somewhere in Europe, tap Poland. Warsaw Pact's still in the deck as well. The deck is just insane, and the board is almost as loopy. Oh, well, that changes our plan, because now we need to overprotect Venezuela against the coup. So, we'll do that. Or do we? For fear of brush war, do we go Venezuela-Brazil? Yeah. Sure. Very weird. South America scoring. They've got lone gunman. Brush war's bad for us. Europe's bad in... but we've got East European unrest, so that causes a fair bit of trouble. Alright, so weird. South Europe, EEU. We got lone gunman. All that talk about trying to bloody DEFCON them, and we get the garbage card. Che doesn't have any targets. Got Costa Rica, sorry. Willie. Okay, so Brush War is the only card that makes South America bad for us. And they may just go to Italy. 1, 2, 3. Plus, if it distracts from Italy, that's not necessarily a bad thing. What else is there? East European unrest, we can just do any old time. I guess there's not going to be a better time to play South America. It's a 5 EP swing. If they brush war it. They get the benefit of it if they win the brush war as well. But we're not headlining NATO, we're not headlining EU. So let's headline South America. Great. Lads comes too late. So Mexico is probably going to be their target now. Okay, and they get 4 ops with it. Nicely done. That was a good missile envy trade. I mean, yes, I'm committing my decision. It's the only 4 op card. Seems weird you'd be asking. So big old cool Mexico coming. Yeah. We will plunge 2 into Mexico to begin. And we expect to see them fill it now. Yeah. So we will now coup Guatemala. 3 VP's not nothing. Nowhere else to go, buddy. Big coup on Guatemala, please. Ha! Teeny tiny! So we're going to coup... They're going to dominate Central America. We're going to event East European unrest and hope to confuse them into dropping Central America scoring before they can redominate Europe. That's my hope. It's long on hope, because I've got to event Allende and hold Lone Gunman here, I think. I'm not giving up the China card easily. I'm quite happy holding Lone Gunman, especially as Cultural Revolution's gone. Alright. That's good enough for me. So we will event East European unrest, and we will go Poland, Austria, because it's East Germany, and we'll also go Romania, because we're most likely to be able to flip it for an adjacency VP. And by most likely, I mean not at all likely. And now, do you have Central America scoring? I'm sure they have a 3-op card. There are still plenty left. Yeah, okay, right. So we're probably toast here. Yeah. Stuffed both ways. So now we're behind in Central America. Even if we coup Guatemala, we can't do Mexico, and we're dominating Europe. Happy days. So, and we need to use Willy Brandt to take Chile, to take Argentina against Chile. So at this point, we space socialist governments and try and get to space first, which also fails. Okay, well, that's that then. We're over a barrel globally. Yep, well done. Give me Europe scoring as well. Scoreline is even again. Well played. That makes sense. And we're behind. This game has been absolutely mad. The fact they're spacing 5 years span rather than ditching a bad card does make me hope they have CIA. Ooh, OAS is nice. Because we can keep hold of Chile. Did NORAD go this turn? Let's just look at the 5-year Central America, NTB, LibThee. No. Three, 6, 9, 12, 13, 39, 40 cards in the discard pile. 41. One small step was used by him. There we go. And removed 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 28, including Ande. Yeah. Okay. So we'll use Ande and we will cover Chile. Where did the OAS go? South Korea. Okay, fine. We'll hold Lone Gunman. Now let's see if we get grain sales. Now, of course, we get CIA. Splendid. And it's the reshuffle. So now we event CIA, right? Oh dear. Well, they got grain sales, so they can space that. So we're a bit stuffed there. That was, and they've got brush war as well. Well, that's just fantastic. And salt. Ha! So we didn't get. Oh man. Well, that very much wasn't on our side. Portuguese Empire. We've got Brezhnev and U2s there. So I think they've got Grain Yusuri, Brush Olympic, Salt NORAD, Colonial Rearguards, U2 Incident, and Brezhnev Doctrine. 3, 6, that's 9 cards. We were redealt Nuclear Test Ban in the reshuffle, which happened after they were dealt a card. So 40 cards in the draw pile. 3, 6, 11, 17, 23, 26, 29, 33, 36, 40. Okay, well, it adds up. CIA it is. They're going for extra ops. And they have exactly the cards we thought they'd have, which makes sense. Well, let's get back into Zaire. No, we've got Portuguese Empire crumbles and South Africa. Right. Big coup here, please. Okay. So they're going to be able to space grain away. We're probably not going to trap them in DEFCON, which is total rubbish for us. Yeah, okay. So we are immediately going to respond by... We're going to have to go Zaire. We can pitch Middle East scoring for 0. We're holding Lung Gunmen, so we'll emit this turn. So we will definitely coup Cameroon here to shore up against Brush War and also give us access to Nigeria. And we'll do it with special relationship because France is overprotected. We're going to hold How I Learned a little longer. We could jam Cuba because we are able to space Ortega. And we're holding the China card, so if they Yasuri us, we don't get DEFCON'd. NORAD's in now, that's good. Alright, so we'll drop Middle East scoring. They have a boatload of ops, so yeah, we're just going to drop Middle East scoring for 0. The shoring up in Asia makes me think they're going to use Yasuri for ops. Here it comes. Went for glory and got it. Well done, them. We're going to event emit because we won't be able to pitch Central America, Europe, and Africa scoring. We're not going to wait for late war. Good, Africa scoring's gone. Didn't event Camp David, so Arab Israeli goes. And Warsaw. The question is, do we keep? Do we keep Purge and UNI in there? UNI... No. Well, let's ditch both. We'll play with semi-perfect information, but I'd need to be dealt you an intervention to be happy with it. And me getting purged is just as bad. Yes, no doy. So we'll space Portuguese Empire. So now they're headline peaking as well. This game is just getting very out of control very fast. All right. Big old rear lines on Mexico coming up if they do nothing else. But they've got Salt and Colonial rear guards. So they might salt something. They might salt Purge. Yep. Yep. Okay, called it. All right, we'll event Lone Gunman. Good to get it out the deck. At least we're not losing by Defcom. Yeah. Well played. Yep, nicely done. So we will now have our own rear line and probably miss on Mexico. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Cuban Missile Crisis terrorism? The problem is, like, what are we gonna, like, leave them with is the question. It's all well and good cutting down their hand size, but maybe we're lucky and they get Soviet shoot down Cal and tear down this wall. But I don't know. It's not looking good. This MV AWACS kitchen debates. It's rubbish. Terrorism Marine Barracks bombing. Iron Lady. Got one small step. Isn't bad for us. Cuban Missile Crisis is fine under the circumstances. We want to race DEFCON down anyway. They're likely to purge us. Oh man, real nice. Okay, well, we lose to War Games here. So what we kind of want them to be holding exactly tear down this wall, Cal, because they've pitched grain sales. Can we shorten their hand next turn? No. I know 5-year plans in the deck and duck and cover. Let's terrorize them. Well. We won't be shortening their hand next turn. So if they're holding exactly, tear down this wall, duck and cover. Okay. 3 VP to win there. So Iron Lady. Yeah. We're not winning by VP now. Space Libthy, event one small step, try and get ahead of the VP race. Yeah, well done. So at this point, yeah, we're not winning on the VP track, so let's try and leapfrog them. Well, that's good news for us. All battlegrounds, baby. All battlegrounds. Yeah, so we'll go missile MV2 Uruguay to try and realign Argentina. And now we're hoping they have exactly tear down this wall, duck and cover. Wow, well, this game was a big old oof. Paraguay? Okay. We will coup Paraguay because we need milops. Set up a reasonable realign there. And in the end, they also fade any DEFCON cards. So, kitchen debates, realign Argentina. No, of course not. Okay, so um I mean, what do we do? Duck and cover? Or South America scoring and then event Chernobyl AR1 and go to town on Europe? Why not? Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they just need to successfully coup Uruguay or Paraguay. Oh, great. That could have gone worse. We've got Solidarity tear down this wall, and then we need to jam France. Oh well, maybe we can't. It's got to be Chernobyl, right? Yeah. Oh, tear down this wall. Okay. So I guess we still Chernobyl Europe. Uh, So 4 ops there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ops in East Germany. And 10 ops in Europe. It's probably overly optimistic. Oh, that's... I'd forgotten the maths on that. Let's go for it. I mean, if they got war games, it's all over again, as I said, but that's fine. We're doing all of our eggs into the Europe basket. Ha! Brilliant. I mean, the Reform is still in the deck as well. This was probably a fool's errand, but I'm feeling like I'm out of options. This game was just amazing. Wow, this is just bizarre. Like I'm very impressed simply because I simply have absolutely no idea how I would have played this game differently. Like it has been bonkers from the high defcon at the start to everything else. I've been thoroughly bamboozled, and I'm like very impressed by my opponent in their success at bamboozling me. So credit where credit's due. Consider me thoroughly confused. I mean, this is all fine. I completely loopy. Well, let's ask not away cards that don't do anything for me. But I don't know. I simply do not know. Great game. Okay, Marine, Opek, Glasnost, Quagmire. Let's get rid of 2 op cards, and let's hope to get some nice big cards to finish. Nope. Well, East European Unrest is nice. We've got that going for us. I'm glad they didn't pick France. They've got war games. Let's just end it. Right. They've got the China card, so we're still toast as well. But at least East European unrest undoes that. Kookiest game I've played in a long time. Didn't know whether I was coming or going here. So yeah, well played opponent. Most impressive. Well, I'm not sure what more I could have made of that. Unable to shorten their hand for DEFCON victory. Yeah. Man, good game. Oh well, let me know how on earth you'd have played that, because I was all over the shop. But, I mean, I just don't see any lines that would have been any better. I feel like as soon as they cooed Malaysia in turn 1, I was like, I do not know how the rest of this game is going to play out. And that was fairly reflected, I think. So, yeah, thanks a lot. I will see you again on the weekend, where maybe I'll have a better grip on reality. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and goodbye for now.